First frame, John Rowe, Chipperfield, time ready.
So here we are with the action from this loser side game, John Rowe versus Shaun Chipperfield. And so two world champions in action. John Rowe at the table. Sorry, I missed the start of the game. And looks like Shaun's had a chance in the frame and broken down. And now it's John. So, a couple of issues with, hang on, yeah, sorry, Shaun, just clearing these last couple of balls. Okay, so as I say, two ex-world champions, John Rowe from 2012, both on the EPA side.
Chipperfield to break, leading by 1 frame to 0. Time running.
So here we are. Frame number 2, and Shaun gets underway. It's a dry break. So John already shown what he's capable of this weekend. He is a very dangerous player. The referee calls for a timeout just to take the rack off the table. And, well, both sets here have their problems. You'd think he probably is going to go, I don't know, what is he going to go here? I think he... thought he could maneuver that red to middle bag, but he's left it open table. Shaun. Now suddenly, reds look a lot better than they were a second ago. Now those balls have been moved around the middle bag, but deciding to go yellows. You can understand why. There's just this one cluster, and he's going to have a couple of chances. He's definitely got an angle here to move it. Chippy should not shy to get the balls moving around. That's not great. He's got the one along the bottom rail, but his next ball after that's going to be tough. He's going to have to leave himself a long yellow to top left. But if he gets this, then it does open up the frame. Still not simple. Still, look at this. Such an audacious player. Such fun to watch. Hard to call. You just never know what he's quite going to do. Such a fast, destructive player as well. He's the kind of player that can just blow anyone off the table. Not that dissimilar to Craig Marsh, really. In his style and aggressive nature. There we see the other games currently ongoing. We saw Craig Waddingham up there at the top, who's very quickly gone onto the hill. He's 7-2 up. That is a quick game. Tom Cousins is 5-2 up against Rich Gifford. And as I say, setting up another World Champions clash between the winner of this game. Liam Dunster playing Callum Singleton, 2-1 up. Who's to say that young Liam won't battle his way back through the loser's side, but he's got a tough game there. Gareth Hibbert is currently 3-1 down. Gareth not having the best of weekends at the moment. He's 3-1 down to Johan Attard. Oli Bell 7-1 up against Jason Ellis. Jake McCartney 5-3 against Mason Penny. Tom Cousins now gone 6-2 against Richard Gifford. And I'm still unsure whether Steve Petty is going to be coming back into the action, having had to forfeit his game because he was ill yesterday. Then he had a forfeit in the losers one, and he's got another forfeit against Tony Halpin in losers two. I did see his car in the car park when I arrived this morning, so you'd imagine that he's still around. I haven't seen him. Hopefully he feels better though, having suffered that illness yesterday. Hopefully he's had a good night's sleep and he's ready to go.
Time running.
Oli Bell's now beaten Jason Ellis 8 frames to 1. Reds, well, they're tough, aren't they? So what he's going to do with the two on the left-hand side rail, pretty sure that there's no gap there to squeeze a ball, so just it's just, oh man. But I'm gonna stop trying to call the shots because it's Shaun Chipperfield after all, because I don't even know if he knows what he's going to do next. He's come too high again. He's not got the angle. I think he's going to play a snooker. Wow. I'll tell you something. Put that one in the collector's album, because there's not very often you're going to see Shaun Chipperfield playing a safety. This is a very fine gap to find. Yeah, that was tough. But not the worst of results, is it? It's one of those situations where you can't really use the rules to your advantage because the black's in open play. Unless the only shot I could see is if you put the cue ball over on this left-hand side rail and snicked off the red, potted the yellow and let the white ball come around the table, because then Shaun would only have a double. John would only have a double, but he's played a skill shot just to open that pocket. Yeah, he could have used the rules to his advantage there. Maybe, like I said, played even some kind of plant and left the cue ball at the bottom of the table, but he wanted to retain control, and you can't blame him. And very rarely are you ever going to get any times when Shaun Chipperfield plays where he gets any negative thoughts in his mind. He's very, very attacking, aggressive player, and very quickly it's 3-0. And we've not really seen much of John Rowe yet. He's not had much of a chance. Greg Batten quietly working his way through the losers section, having lost his opening game against Craig Marsh last night. He's 4-2 up against Amin Benif. Jamie Mountain 6-3 up against David McNamara. Ben Lewis 5-1 up against John Cairns. Callum Singleton, Liam Dunster 2 each. That really is a tough game. Johan Attard now 4-1 up against Gaz Hibbert. Josh Duhas got pushed into the loser's side by Josh Kane last night. He's 4-3 up against Neil Wren. And Lee Mannion is 3-2 against Ryan Clark. Lost the cue ball. So it's a chance now for John. Oh dear. Oh, he's okay. I just thought for 1 second that cue ball was going to come in and hide behind the red. Nice. Nice, just had to turn that over. You saw the spin on the ball.
Fifth frame, John Roder break.
Tom Cousins on the hill there against Rich Gifford, 7-2.
Shaun Chipperfield a break, leading by 4 frames to 1. Time running.
So apologies, just went quiet there for a while. We're just sorting out a couple of technical things, but in fact what we're actually doing is setting up my Gucci new set of headphones. So I probably sound amazing now, coming over the waves with the headset that I bought in December, and we finally got working. Can he get through to this? I think he just can, yeah. He's not putting any side on it. He was just worried about getting position on the next ball, because the red clearly doesn't go to left centre, so he's left this straight one to bottom corner, and he's going to pull back another frame. And this is going to be 4-2. 4-2 to Chippy. Jake McCartney's through against Mason Penny. Tom Cousins is through against Richard Gifford. So Tom will await the winner of this game. Jamie Mantle 7-6 against David McNamara. Ben Lewis 6-2 against John Cairns. Callum Singleton 3 each now with Liam Dunson. Nothing between them. I didn't think there would be. Johan Attard is now 6-2 up against Gaz Hibbert, and Gaz Hibbert is very much at risk in that game. And it's a good showing so far this weekend from the Maltese. We saw Leiden de Bono just beating Craig Marsh. Johan Attard has got Gareth Hibbert in trouble. It's nice to see them running deep in the tournament. Nice break. Just couldn't find a ball, but got everything moving. And fortunately for John, that could have gone a lot worse. It's gone safe. Chippy can just stand in behind these two. Just leave it safe himself. Oh, straighten off. Hangs his head. And the players just exchanging a laugh and a word. They'll know each other well. There's a well-trodden path between these two in the EPA. They would have played each other many times. He does make the game look easy, doesn't he? Smooth, free-flowing.
Eighth frame, Shaun Chipperfield to break, leading by 5 frames to 2. Time running.
Shaun, a mistake from his break, goes in off.
Red's in play.
Little flick, but definitely unintended, but it's okay. Just killed the pace out of the ball slightly, makes it just a tiny bit more awkward, but played that well. Now he just needs to drop on and off the rail, just punch the cue ball back out, and this is as easy as it gets to pull back within 2 frames. John will always feel he's in this game because Shaun will give you chances. Another look out into the arena. There you see Greg Batten, who's in action in his losers round game against Amin Bounif. Jamie Mantles won a heel game against David McNamara.
Ninth frame, John round the break, trading by 5 frames to 3. Time running.
Look at that cue ball.
Extension called.
Oh, look at this nice shot. It just runs slightly out of position. Can probably consider himself a bit unfortunate there to have no shot.
Foul. One in.
is okay. There's another one that could have just gone wrong there. Thought for a second he was going to stick on that yellow. So he's got a nice angle here just to stun across, just maybe a foot to the right of the middle bag. Leave himself this black to left centre, to left corner, sorry. And now to pull back within one frame. And this is sometimes the mixed bag that you get from Shaun. Not done a massive amount right, but shows moments of, sorry, done a massive amount wrong. Shows moments of brilliance, and then, as I say, you always know that you are going to get a chance from him. And it's just about jumping on that chance. Greg Batten on the hill versus Amin Benif. Liam Dunce is just edging that game against Callum now. Gaz Hibbett trying to mount a comeback against Johan Attard. Brian Halcrow just about to get underway against Adam Penwell. All of those games you see below, just about to start.
Frame, Shaun Chipperfield to break, frame leading by 5 frames to 4. Time round. Attention call. Red in play.
probably just a touch more angle than he wanted. So he just needs to, yeah, just going around and looking at where he wants to play this from, because if he was a bit straighter, he could just drop it in and the cue will drift out. But he's going to be going a little bit further across table, so he just needs to judge the pace. It'd be easy to let this one get away. He's decided to come twice across table. Ultimately, that's cost him the pot, and I don't think it'd have been on the black anyway. He's can't see from this camera angle, but I think he's snookered himself. Yeah, pretty sure he had. Chippy making short work of picking up on that mistake. So you see all the banners, the posters for our sponsors. Thank you very much to all of the sponsors. You see the banners around the advertising hoardings around the arena, and you see the adverts running. Central Vehicle Leasing, PPV Guru, to Strachan, and to Aramith. And of course, to Supreme for their continued support, who make this series possible, make it the spectacle it is. Big chance now for Shaun. Another big mistake from John. Ball in hand behind the line. Looking carefully to see if he can see the potting angle on the yellow. He can't hit the red first and then pot the yellow, because that would be a loss of turn. Wow. Miscue. Just glanced away for a second. I'm pretty sure it's a miscue. Another big frame, this one. 7-4 or 6-5. back within one again. 6-5.
Break.
Referee Robin calls frame. Shaun's going to break the next, so he still has the advantage. And there you see again at main arena, there's Jake McCartney in the foreground, Greg Batten in the background. You see on the left of the screen, Jack Whelan. Jack Whelan's playing Jamie Mantle. They're currently one each. You can see Jack at the table. You can see Goobsy, Scott Gillespie, just sat down, taking his chair. Scott's playing Oli Bell. Oli Bell knocked him out, or beat him in the winner's side in event 1, I think it was. So some interesting games. If you want to keep up to date with any of those games, then go across to qscore.com and you can search for either Players Pool events or the Supreme Pool Series or the Strachan Cup. And you can see the full draw, all of the results from yesterday, and have a good look through. Also, we're streaming on YouTube and on Facebook and on Twitter. If you're watching through any of those mediums, could you please do us a small favour? In fact, I'm going to ask a couple of small favours. If you're on YouTube, please subscribe to the channel and click the notification bell, and you will get a notification email every time we go live, so you'll keep up with the action. If you're on Facebook, could you please like and share the stream? And also, while you're there, please do go across to the Beard Productions Facebook page and give us a like. If you think you've done it before, you may not have, because we do have a new Beard Productions page that got set up a few months ago. So just, as I say, give us a like, join the community. Sorry for yawning, bit of a late night last night. Greg Batten's beaten his opponent, Amin Beneath, 8-5. He's through, Craig Waddingham's through. Liam Dunster now 6-3 against Callum Singleton. He's given himself a lead. Johan Attard against Gareth Hibbett. Gareth Hibbett's fighting back, and it's now 6-5. It was 6-2. Up next, across on table 4, is going to be a game from winners qualification, which is the 6:30 session, and that's going to be Phil Harrison against Shane Thompson. Shane Thompson thought he was having an easy ride this weekend, but he's come up against Phil Harrison. He's definitely got the talent to beat him. They'll have played before on the EPA. Next up in the arena is Rona McCarthy against Adam Davis. There's a couple of experienced campaigners. That winner's qualification is shaping up like so, or it's shaped up like so. Clint Jansen finds himself in there playing Sam Bircher without having picked up his cue this weekend so far, because he had a forfeit and a forfeit. Phil Harrison against Shane Thompson, as mentioned. John McAllister against Declan Brennan. Carl Boys against Jimmy Croxton. Carl Boys looking to go back-to-back. Drew Hughes playing Darren McVicker. Darren has just beaten Jordan Shepherd. Mark Boyle in the winner's side will be playing Dave Fernandez, who was on fire against Scott Gillespie. Ronan McCarthy against Adam Davis, and Liam White will be playing Leiden de Bono.
Great.
This, however, is losers round 2, and it's 6 frames each. And back on break, John Rose break in the next. Beg pardon. Shaun won that frame, what am I saying? Shaun's on the hill at 7-5, and it's John Rose break next.
Frame, John Rose to break, trailing by 7 frames to 5. Time running. Yellow's in play.
Yes. Oof. Not quite sure how that's gone in. He's got a fiddly little cut back into centre, and the cue ball's going to be travelling, so digging into it just to kill the pace. And now he's pushed the cue ball across the face of that yellow, which makes that difficult. Now I wonder, will that yellow go to top right off the red? A little tap of the table. I think that's an ironic tap of the table. I think he's again left the wrong angle. Yeah, he's not hit this. But has he? Has he left that gap? Does it go off the red? I think it does. Oh, he's rushed that one. That definitely went. That's one you expect him to get, but he just rushed it.
ball in hand.
Hamper queuing it, playing over the black. This makes this missable. Should be okay. So again, to pull back within a frame.
Frame. Frame, Shaun Chipperfield to break, leading by 7 frames to 6, time running. Red's in play.
Decent chance there for John. He's not taking it. Well, the chance goes across to Shaun to close out the game. He's got an angle on the one to the right pocket to knock out the ball on the rail, which he does. So problem now, apart from the fact that he's not particularly on anything here, I was going to say the problem is also the yellow that's in this little pack. You see the check side there, side rail, bottom rail, loads of check side. Now how does he get on this one? The first question is, does it pass to bottom left? If it doesn't, I don't know where it goes. we go. What's a shot? What a shot. It's probably landed a bit straight on this yellow and not along the bottom rail, but what a great shot that was, with a little touch of reverse side deep screw. Look at that, he's dead straight. Where does this yellow go? Double. Double it is. So a big double for the match. Just fire it in there. And that is the game. Well done to Shaun Chipperfield, and farewell to John Rowe. A solid performance from him, but just came up short. He'll be back for the next event. Shaun Chipperfield marches on, and he will be facing Tom Cousins in the next losers round game. And well, who's to say that that one won't make the stream? I don't know if there's any stream tables available. I'm not sure if they're going to have another game from this 5 o'clock session. Possibly not, because the 6:30 session is winners qualification, and the game on here is going to be Ronan McCarthy against Adam Davis. So I don't know if they're going to try and squeeze a game in between here and then. I would suggest probably not, but I'm sure they will try and get that Chippy against Cousins game on the stream. In the meantime, we are going to in fact, the way the draws panned out, they haven't come up against each other in the next round. I tell a lie. Shaun Chipperfield drops into a forfeit game, and Tom Cousins has got Josh Kane. So I've no idea how that's happened. That doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Of course, because they're playing the players that are dropping out of winners round 2. That's just me being silly, yeah, of course. Anyway, you can keep up with all the scores and the draws on qscore.com. We will try and catch a couple of words with Shaun Chipperfield, get his thoughts on the game, and I think we'll be back at 6:30. So I'm joined by Shaun off the back of that win. Shaun, probably not the most sterling performance that you've ever put in, but chances for both players. Give us your thoughts.
It just seems to be the same old story. I mean, my breaks, rubbish, absolutely rubbish. So glad to have won, but I felt like I was sitting down most of the game. It was a strange game, really. But luckily he missed a few balls. If he'd have played well, he'd have beaten me.
You got away quickly, didn't you? So that having that cushion kind of helped.
Yeah, but I still, he had first visit, I think, every frame.
Yeah.
Maybe bar one or two. So he had, I gave him a chance to get back. But luckily he didn't take it, kept him on that position a little bit, I think.
Yeah.
So he'll probably be disappointed. But just got to hope I can improve my break for the next rounds, to be honest with you.
And you must be old adversaries with John. You must have played him quite a few times on the EPA. That's quite an uncharacteristic performance from him, isn't it?
Yeah, he's better than that, definitely. Yeah, he's a former world champion, isn't he?
Yeah.
So we've played 3 times here. I think I played him twice last event, and now this one. So I've won all 3, so he's probably sick of me at the minute. But no, if he can just play well, he'll beat me next time. Simple as that.
Yeah.
The way I'm
and
doing.
the way the draws measuring up, are you dropping in against Tom at some point, aren't you?
I don't really look at the draw too much, but I did see he was close to me. So
you've got a buy in the next one.
Have
You've
I?
got a forfeit in the next one.
Oh, right. So that'll be him
So
if he wins. I believe.
I think so. Yeah, I think so.
I'll put something in his food.
It's
then.
always difficult because I'm never sure whether it's people dropping out of the winners or you're playing other losers.
Yeah, I didn't really look too much, but I knew we were close.
You're not a follower of the.
Try not to look. No, I don't work my way through the whole field and see who I get in the final. I take each match as it comes. I don't win enough at the minute to look too far ahead.
Where's that consistency come from then? Are you just not getting a chance to practice, or?
No, I've got a new venue now, Norwich Snooker Academy, which is fantastic, excellent conditions. I can't ask for more than that. So I've been playing a bit of snooker as well, so I don't do any damage to your game.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping from now I do start to find a bit more consistency in the tournaments. But when you're, like I said, if you're not breaking well and you're not getting that first visit, you don't get into any rhythm. And I've had to kind of grind it out there really again. I had to pull off a decent finish at the end. He probably should have cleared up, and then it's his breaking the decider. And I think I was a better player overall, but like I said, my breaks were just no good.
Yeah.
So.
And if that game happens against Tom, I mean, you obviously travel partners, room partners. How's your record against him?
In practice, not very good. In tournaments, not very good. So
time to turn it around.
He'll be favourite.
Time to turn it around.
Yeah.
Well, we thought that yesterday, but we saw him lose.
Yeah, I think he's lost twice to Jamie, hasn't he?
Yes.
Yeah, but I'm sure he'll come good eventually. Yeah. Which I'm hoping I do as well. So.
Yeah. Be good to see you two in the final at some point.
That'd be nice. We'll take it. Well, I don't think it can happen, but I'll take that.
Best of luck for the rest.
Thank you. Cheers.
All right. Cheers, Shaun. So next game is Adam Davis. He's going to be in action. I can't remember who Adam Davis is playing off the top of my head. Apologies. I did mention it on commentary, but they're back in action at 6:30. And there's other games going on the stream tables to keep you going until then. We'll see you soon.